Today we are going to study the liver. This we will see the first how to hold in it in anatomical position. You can see this is the sharp inferior border. This is the prominent border. This must be anterior, and here inferior vena cava. See the lumen of inferior vena cava. We inserted the forceps. This is must be posterior. Now hold it in anatomical position like it the lumen of the inferior vena cava must be in the vertical. That's why we inserted the forceps. You can see this is the anatomical position. Now we will tell the surfaces. You can see this is the anterior surface, this is the superior surface, and this is the posterior surface, this is the inferior surface, and this is the right surface. And we see the anatomical division of this right lobe and left lobe of the liver. We can see this is the falciform ligament. In the downside it is torn. This is the falciform ligament. This falciform ligament in the anterior part, it will divide the liver into bigger right lobe and the smaller left lobe. And in the inferior surface, you can see this is the fissure for the ligamentum venosum, and this is the fissure for the ligamentum teres, and this will divide the liver into anatomical divisions, like this is the left lobe and this is the right lobe. Now we will see the peritoneum reflection of this liver. Hold it in anatomical position. The peritoneum reflection of this liver, we start from the right layer of the falciform ligament. It will run this like it is the right layer of the falciform ligament, and it will run as the anterior layer of the coronary ligament and forming the right triangular ligament, and continues as the posterior coronary ligament, and continues in the right border of the inferior vena cava. This is inferior vena cava. We take out this forceps. It will run in the right border of the inferior vena cava, and below the inferior vena cava, a right border of the left border of the inferior vena cava, and upper surface of the quadrate lobe, and right layer of the ligamentum venosum, and encircling the porta hepatis, and again it is go upward in the left layer of the ligamentum venosum, and here it is forming the left triangular ligament, and continues as the posterior left layer of the falciform ligament. We will see the structures of the porta hepatis. You can see this is the inferior vena cava. It is not included in the porta hepatis. So you can see here. This is the common hepatic duct. This is the bile duct. This is the cystic duct. Common hepatic duct and cystic duct join to form the common bile duct. This is the hepatic artery. You can see this is the hepatic artery. This is the portal vein. Now we will see the bare areas of the liver. The bare area is the area which is not covered by the peritoneum. That is called as bare area. You can see here it is not covered by the bare area, and you can see the difference, which is the part of the liver which is covered by the peritoneum and which is not covered by the peritoneum. This is the bare area of the liver, and another bare area is below this is gallbladder fossa for the gallbladder. The peritoneum is only covered the upper part of the gallbladder, not in the fossa of the gallbladder. And in the groove for the inferior vena cava, it is not covered by the peritoneum. That is also a bare area. And in between the falciform ligament, there is some bare area. And now we will see the impression in the inferior surface of the liver. You can see this is the impression for the esophagus, and here is the gastric impression, and here is the tuber omental, and here is the pyloric impression, and here is the duodenal impression, and here is the colic impression, which is called as a hepatic flexure of the colon, and here is the renal impression, and here is the suprarenal impression, and this is the bare area. By this, there is another division in the liver that is called as physiological lobes. How to divide the physiological lobe? You can see the line running in between the inferior vena cava and run downwards in the porta hepatis, and in the middle of the fossa for the gallbladder, and it is continuous, and it will be joining with the border for the inferior vena cava. This will divide the liver into two lobes, that is physiological right and left lobe. this liver is held in the abdomen in the first in the right hypochondrium region and epigastrium region, and the small part in the left hypochondrium region. This liver is held in position in the abdomen by this inferior vena cava. This is the main structure that held the liver in the abdomen. And you can see this is the hepatic veins that will drain into the inferior vena cava. These structures will help the liver to hold its position in the abdomen. And the secondly these ligaments will help in the position. And we will see the blood supply of this liver. The blood supply of the liver is 80% by the portal vein and 20% by the hepatic artery, and the nerve supply of this liver is colic flexors.